Hey everyone, welcome to the top 10 list. Welcome to my top 10 favorite Christmas movie characters. Yes, continue on with my Christmas themed videos. I thought I'd talk about my favorite characters in Christmas movies. And yes, I hope you all take humor in the fact that I'm talking about Christmas movie characters and I'm wearing a shirt with horror movie characters. It's a little weird. It's a little weird. Hey, I got Snoopy here, so that's to balance out the Christmas, I guess. Sure, why not? Let's go with that. But yeah, I love a lot of good characters in Christmas movies, and I thought I'd count down my top 10 personal favorite Christmas movie characters. Alright, before our top 10 list, you gotta have your honorable mentions. My honorable mentions are Lucy, Kevin McCallister, Harry and Marv, the Wet Bandits, Gonzo, Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas, the Narnia Santa Claus, and of course Catwoman from Batman Returns, because that is a Christmas movie. All great characters, just couldn't make the top 10 list. But what did make my top 10 was my number 10. My number 10 is Arthur from Arthur Christmas. Yeah, I love, I love a lot of characters from Arthur Christmas. I love Steve, I love Grand Santa and stuff. I love a lot of these characters. That crazy rapping elf, she's awesome. But my favorite character is Arthur, voiced by James McAvoy. That's how he laughs, by the way. I didn't have a stroke. But this is a great movie. I love this movie. This is one of my favorite Christmas movie of this, of this generation, of this decade. It's an amazing animated film. One of the best Christmas animated films I have ever seen. Arthur is such a great, delightful, clumsy, but very likable character. He's the son of this Santa Claus. There's a bunch of Santa Clauses, but this generation's Santa Claus, voiced by Jim Broadbent, he's the son of this Santa Claus and stuff, and he works in the letters department. And the whole story is him trying to get this bicycle back to this girl because she was missed. She was the only kid missed on Christmas Eve night. And it's basically up to him to get this bicycle back to her. And the reason I love Arthur so much is because he is the most likable character. He's the most likable character in the whole film. He has the most Christmas spirit and the most Christmas joy. And again, he genuinely cares. And I'm not saying all these characters are unlikable, but they all have very selfish motivations and stuff. Even Steve. Steve wants to be the new Santa Claus, but he mostly cares about the business and stuff, and he wants all the presents done as quick as possible and stuff. He doesn't care about the heart and joy and the love of kids and stuff, and the happiness of children. Arthur does. Arthur cares about the joy and happiness and the Christmas spirit. He has the love of Christmas, the joy of Christmas. He loves Christmas music. He wears the goofy Christmas sweaters and stuff. And he genuinely cares for people. Hence why, spoilers, that's why he becomes the Santa Claus at the end of the movie, because he is the most like Father Christmas and stuff. And that's why I love Arthur so much. He just brings so much joy to the hearts of everyone, and hands down, he's one of my favorite Christmas characters. Coming number 9 is Billy Mack from Love Actually. Yes, Bill Nighy. Yes, I just say my favorite Christmas scenes in Christmas movies. Every scene with Billy Mack is my favorite scene in Love Actually. All those scenes in Love Actually with Billy is the best with Bill Nighy. I fucking love this character. He is not like Arthur Christmas, that's for damn certain. He is a rock star. He used to be a drug addict and an alcoholic. He's a party guy. He's about 60-something years old and stuff, and he's trying to make a comeback and stuff, releasing a new Christmas album that he knows is absolute garbage, but he does not care. He's just a hilarious character. He is so freaking funny, so freaking enjoyable. The reason I love him so much, he's hilarious. He's awesome. It's played by Bill Nighy as well, and I love his character arc in the ending. Because he knows he's famous and stuff, but he knows in life that he doesn't have a lot of people that care for him. The only person that cares for him is his manager. And at the end of the movie, he even says, man, you're the only genuine friend I had and stuff. And it's just a really touching part at the end of the film. And he's just such an awesome character and just so freaking hilarious. Just all the lines he says and stuff is just awesome and just funny. And I just get so much joy and entertainment out of him. That's why he's one of my favorites. Coming in number 8 is John McClane from Die Hard. Yes, yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. Yes, John McClane, played by the legend Bruce Willis himself. I love it. Yes, Die Hard's a Christmas movie. I don't need to, debate that. Everyone agrees with me. Everyone agrees. I love John McClane. He's an everyman. He's got his asshole moments, but he's just a strong hero. He's an everyman. He's an everyday guy. And he's just in this really bad situation. He's in the Nakatomi Plaza, and it's been taken hostage by these terrorists and stuff. And he has to basically take them all out himself. And he has no shoes, so that makes it extra difficult. And he has to take down Hans Gruber, his entire crew and stuff. He has to take them out all one by one. And the only person he communicates with is Reginald Val Johnson, a very overweight police officer down there who's an awesome character as well. Very likable character. John McClane is just a great character. He's badass. He's awesome. He's likable. He's enjoyable. He's portrayed by a great actor. And you root for him. He's an everyday man who becomes a police officer hero who's just trying to save his wife and all these people in this plaza. And it's great. The movie's amazing. One of the greatest action films of all time. And John McClane is one of the greatest action movie characters. But he's also one of the greatest Christmas characters. Coming number 7 is Santa Claus from Rise of the Guardians. Yes, I went with this Santa Claus because he's one of my favorite Santa Clauses, and just the more times I watch Rise of the Guardians, the more I just love this character, this Santa Claus character, played by Alec Baldwin actually, and he is an awesome character. He looks amazing. He's got 2 swords. He's got 2 tattoos on his arm. He's part of the Guardians that help. Okay, all right, stay. Good dog. I'm not even gonna cut that out because it's funny. Anyways, where was I? Santa Claus. Yes. He's part of the Guardians that help protect the world, protect the realm from the Boogeyman, played by Jude Law, and him, the Easter Bunny, the Tooth Fairy, the Sandman, and of course Jack Frost, bound together to defeat the evil, defeat the darkness, pitch black, known as the Boogeyman. And yeah, I love this version of Santa Claus. He is hilarious, he's charming, he's knowledgeable, he's smart, he's badass, he just kicks a lot of ass, he's just so great. He has a thick Russian accent, it just adds to the style of him. And I love his speeches about wonder, because that's what he is wonder. He has big eyes that see the world for what it is and stuff, and I love him. I love this character. I love his energy and stuff. I just love his conversations with Jack Frost. Everything about this character is just so enjoyable and so likable. He's one of my favorite Christmas characters. I just love him. He's one of my favorite versions of Santa Claus in movies, and just everything about him is just delightful, and absolutely love him. Coming number 6 is George Bailey from It's a Wonderful Life. Yes, Jimmy Stewart himself, George Bailey. I love a lot of characters too. Like I love Clarence. Clarence is a great character too, but George Bailey, because the whole movie is about his life. He has a wonderful life, and it's about how his life affected other people's lives. He changed people's lives for the good stuff. He saved people's lives. He made people's lives more pure and more innocent and better. The whole town is a better place because of George Bailey, and because of such a strong character he is, and a likable character he is, and a very determined character he is. He changed the lives of all these people, and he changed the lives of everyone in this town and stuff because of such a strong and good-hearted person he is. That's why he's one of my favorite Christmas characters. That is just the definition of the heart of Christmas, is George Bailey. I love George Bailey. Jimmy Stewart does an amazing job playing George Bailey, and all the actors do a good job, but George Bailey is the true heart of Christmas, and that's why I have him on this list, because he's amazing. It's George Bailey. Coming number 5 is Hans Gruber from Die Hard. Yes, I went from George Bailey, the most likable character in Christmas movies, to a just straight up villain, a Die Hard villain. Yes, yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. Hans Gruber, played by Alan Rickman, rest in peace. One of the greatest villains ever, one of the greatest action movie villains ever. Just amazing. I love Hans Gruber. Yes, in this list, you gotta have an antagonist, and what better antagonist, a Christmas antagonist, than friggin' Hans Gruber? Hans Gruber's amazing. He's a great friggin' villain. Yes, you're just a common thief. No, an exceptional thief. Such a great character, such a great villain. He's got great one-liners. Every time he has conversations with John McClane, it's probably the most interesting part. He's always trying to outwit John McClane, but John McClane's always a little ahead of him and stuff, and he's just got that charm. He's got that wit too, but he's got that just charm about him, that likability about him. Just everything about Hans Gruber is just freaking badass and just so freaking awesome. Just hands down one of the greatest villains out there and one of my favorite Christmas characters. Coming number 4 is Clark Griswold from Christmas Vacation. The reason I have Clark Griswold is because, again, a character who does have his selfish moments, and he can have his unlikable moments and stuff, but the reason I love Clark Griswold is because he's an everyman. He's a typical father who's just trying to give his family the best Christmas he can. And the more times he screws up, he's like, oh, it's fine, oh, yeah, we'll keep on moving. He tries to keep positive. But then when he gets his Jelly of the Month Club gift certificate, then he kind of flips the fuck out, which is one of the best scenes ever. But I love that he's just this father who's just trying to give his family the best Christmas they can, and that's just an interesting character to me. It's a very relatable character for a lot of people, and I find that very likable and stuff, even though he does some selfish things. I just find him a very enjoyable character, and Chevy Chase brings the light to Clark Griswold in every Vacation film, and I love him the most in this film. Even though the first Vacation movie is the best Vacation film, Clark Griswold is at his best in this film. I love him the most in this movie and stuff, and it's just a great character, a very iconic character as well. Coming number 3 is Buddy the Elf from Elf. Yes, this is just such a delightfully annoying character, played by Will Ferrell. I think is this Will Ferrell's first starring role? It might be. He's great. He's this elf that grew up in the North Pole, but he was always a human, but he was raised by elves and stuff, and he always felt like he was out of place. So he goes to New York City, of course, that's where they all go. He goes to New York City to find his father. He finds his father, played by James Caan, and he goes to live with them and stuff. But again, he's an elf. He's always happy and spunky about everything, and he has this just a weird, beyond obsession with Christmas and stuff. And James Caan is just a grumpy old man who doesn't like Christmas and everything. And Buddy learns more about humans, he falls in love, has a little brother, gets to know his father more, makes him appreciate Christmas more and stuff. He's just such an upbeat and he's always positive. Like, he's always happy and stuff. Like, he puts the lights on in the elevator. It's like a Christmas tree. Congratulations. World's best cup of coffee. Just everything about him is just so delightfully annoying. Sure, he's irritating to some people, but I find him enjoyably annoying. He's just so likable and so happy all the time. You can't help but love him. Coming number 2 is Ebenezer Scrooge from pretty much all the Scrooge movies, just Scrooge in general. He is the definition of an iconic Christmas character. He originated from the Charles Dickens novels, and now he's just an iconic film character and stuff, played by a lot of great actors like Michael Caine, Bill Murray, Alistair Sim, George C. Scott, which is my favorite, Jim Carrey. A lot of great actors played Ebenezer Scrooge, and it's just the character himself is just such a great, complex, compelling villain and stuff. Yes, I say villain because he is a villain in the beginning, but then he becomes a hero at the end of the film and stuff. And he's just such a great character because in the beginning he hates Christmas, he despises it. It's a humbug, bah humbug. He's mean to his worker, Bob Cratchit. He just basically forgets about the death of Jacob Marley and stuff. He treats his nephew like shit and stuff. He hates Christmas. He doesn't want to give to charity. He doesn't want to do any of that. But then he gets visited by Jacob Marley, and Jacob Marley tells him that if you don't change your ways, you're going to be just like me, a haunted spirit for the rest of your life. So he gets visited by 3 ghosts, and that's what makes him change his ways and stuff. He looks to his past, of all those past things that have happened to him, and then that he used to be a great person. Looks to the present of all the people that don't trust him and don't like him and stuff. And he looks to the future, his death, a very empty death, and a death that no one's going to care about. No one's going to be at his funeral. No one's going to care for him and stuff. And yeah, he looks to the past, present, and future and changes himself. He begins to love Christmas, and he admires and treats with respect all the people in his lives. Bob Cratchit, Bob Cratchit, his nephew, Tiny Tim, everyone stuff. He gives to charity. He becomes the most delightful character ever. And it's so great, and it's a hard character to play. That's why some versions I don't like, because an actor has to be despicable in the beginning, but also has to be incredibly likable at the end, and it's hard to balance both of that. I've seen a lot of actors that do the bad side good, but do the good side bad, and then people do the bad side good, and then do the good side bad, or bad side good, whatever. I'm confusing myself. Anyways, I just love the character of Ebenezer Scrooge and the trials he has to go through, and I just find him a very compelling, interesting character. My favorite versions of Ebenezer Scrooge is Alistair Sim and George C. Scott. They're the two people that did it perfectly. And yeah, I love the character Scrooge, and of course he's one of the best Christmas characters out there. My number one favorite Christmas movie character is Jack the Pumpkin King. Yes, Jack Skellington. I love Jack Skellington. Jack Skellington, again, he's become probably the most iconic Christmas character out there. He's like almost more iconic than Santa Claus himself. Everyone loves Jack Skellington. I love Jack Skellington. Who doesn't love Jack Skellington? He's voiced amazingly by Danny Elfman. He's just a great character. He's the Pumpkin King. He is one of the leaders of Halloween Town. But then he gets in kind of a rut and stuff. He's getting kind of bored of Halloween. Then he finds Christmas Town. And he himself wants to be Santa Claus for that one time. He wants to know the meaning of Christmas and stuff. But then he finds out Christmas is not his holiday. He is the Pumpkin King. He cannot take a holiday away from another person and stuff. And it's an interesting story. It's a fascinating story, The Nightmare Before Christmas, and Jack Skellington is one of the biggest reasons why. He's a great character. You relate to the character and stuff. He does bad things, but you understand why he's doing them. And his character arc at the ending when he does the poor Jack is a great scene. He's a compelling character. He's an interesting character. He has a beautiful voice. Everything about him, his design is really cool and stuff, and everything about Jack Skellington is just a great character. And I absolutely love him. I love Jack Skellington, everything about him, and yeah, of course, hands down, he is my favorite Christmas movie character of all time. So yeah, that's my top 10 personal favorite Christmas movie characters in my opinion. So in the comment section below, please tell me, did you agree with this top 10 list? If not, give me your top 10 personal favorite Christmas movie characters in your opinion. Comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like this video, please like, subscribe to this channel, and join the dark side.